What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to GazetteSports.com. It's JJ
and Mike.
And for all intents and purposes, we got a playoff game at Sea House as Cabrillo celebrates their seniors.
How far those Jaguars and Donovan Cruz have come from 0-20 in the last 2 years to basically hosting a playoff game tonight.
Yeah, Cruz going to be a huge key for Cabrillo on the outside, while on the other side, Jordan got a huge key on the outside, Isaiah Hicks. They're going to have to get involved in this game. They got two teams very familiar, very similar.
And very evenly matched, too. Get your playoff game face on.
Yeah, it's time for the defense to step up. It's that time of year as Young comes up with a huge play and then ta-ow-ow says, kabow.
Huge play, and then, you know what? I'm feeling hungry. I'll take the Zarate special, not just one. Give me the double portion.
He's so fast. These defenses so good. Neither team reached 100 total yards in the first half. And you know, in a defensive game like this, turnover gonna turn the tide. Lamontre Hosley getting in there, forcing the turnover, and then coming up with the ball to give it to Jordan. And then on the first play, Romaine Hudson to the boss, Ross John.
How does he stay on his feet right there, JJ?
I don't know, dude. It's the playoffs, you know? It's just
that
one of those
playoff
things.
gravity?
Yeah, I guess so.
Fumble on third down sets up this fourth down try.
Yeah, great defense from DeMonte High to get his hand on that one. Give the ball back to the Jaguars and their little scat back, Darren Johnson, who carries the ball 8 times on this drive. That 27-yard run gets them into Panther territory. However, these two passes that look like they could go for touchdowns, Dante Shipman knocks down that one, and then Stinson gets his hand on that one. Huge play from those defensive backs. And if we've got, well, NFL kickers on these two teams, it should be like 9-6, but we don't, so it's not.
I'll
it's
take
nothing at
donuts.
halftime.
Half dozen donuts for sure.
Yeah, so we get to the second half, a completely different half because of a few guys, one of them being Marquise McGuire, does not run like a sophomore, deuce.
Check that kid's birth certificate. He's been huge for them all year.
Yeah, so he gets it down deep into Jaguar territory, and the boss, Ross, into the end zone, 5-yard touchdown. It's 6-0 Jordan. For Cabrillo, they got their regular starting quarterback, Derek Stewart, back on the field. This 24-yard pass to his man, Donovan Cruz, gets them going on this drive.
That connection's so special. You knew you were going to see it sooner or later, but Bubba Scanlon, get out of the way.
Big John Stud carrying the ball a few times to get them back down near the end zone. And of course, that connection. Stewart to Cruz, go up and get it, big man. We're tied at 6.
We've seen that connection both ways, too. We've seen Cruz to Stewart, Stewart to Cruz. It's good either way. Cabrillo right back in it.
Yeah, well, McGuire right back at you. Jordan getting down once again close to the end zone and getting a little lucky. Ross coughs the ball up there. Markey on the spot. Rinwo scoops that one up. He did last week at Wilson, almost the exact same play. And then you know things are going your way when you fumble it into the end zone and a sophomore guard falls on it, and then act like you've been there before. Give it to the ref.
Or maybe act like you don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, Jordan back up by 14 as Ross takes this one in with the spin move.
He loves that move. For the 2-point conversion, 14-6. Again, Johnson getting Cabrillo back. However, you fumble the ball right there at the 15-yard line. That's just a backbreaker.
That's been their Achilles heel all year, and unfortunately, it looks like it was that way tonight, too.
Jordan going for the jugular. Romaine looking for Hicks and finding him the second time they hook up on the night. A huge pass right there. And then Ross with maybe the most interesting run of the night. The cutback all the way back on the other side, but huge play from Curley. Big William with the big hit, knocking the ball loose. And as you can look at the scoreboard, a little less than 6 minutes left. We got a 1-score game. We got a ball game.
You know those Jaguars are all about believing. I mean, hey, otherwise maybe he doesn't pick that ball up right there.
Whoop. Play of the game to keep it interesting. 2 penalties on that. 30 yards of penalty yards sends them back down to the zone where Scanlon 4 times, the 4th of which is a touchdown.
Bubba busted in 14-12.
Yeah, but the 2-point conversion all important in this game since there's no kickers. I guess the kick hasn't been invented yet. Minute 30 left. This is an interesting play. Cabrillo trying to squib kick it, but it bounces off a Jordan frontman, so they get the ball on the 50, and with 2 timeouts, all the confidence in the world in their sophomore, they give McGuire the ball 6 straight times. He gets them down to the goal line, and with 18 seconds left,
Sweet 16, baby. What more do you need?
For the 3rd time this year, Romaine finds Hicks in the end zone for what would end up being the game-winning touchdown. Cabrillo with one last heave of desperation not to be. Shipman with the interception. Dance, J-Town. You guys are going to the playoffs. Guys try to find first-year head coach Thomas Barnes with the Gatorade. It's cold out there. He says the name though.
He's got some moves himself.
But McGuire is the star of the night. 23 carries, 173 yards. He's obviously going to have to stay big if Jordan's going to do anything in the playoffs. For all that high school football playoff coverage, you know where to be. GazetteSports.com.